Good morning and welcome back to Hadassah's Discernment. We are going to look at church and data. The research has completed, the evidence is here. There is a decline in church attendance. The evidence is here from 40% to 60%. Why is that so? Years ago, you could have gone to any city or urban area, put down a tent, share some snacks, we have attendance, and then we share the gospel, souls are won, and we have little pockets of church here and there. 30 years ago, that was ideal. Story done. It is not that applicable today. It's not that impactful today. Times have changed. The church needs to evolve and be relevant as the time. We need to be conscious of our surroundings. Data has shown that church membership and church attendance, and then we will say Christianity, we'll use those terms interchangeably. It shows and it signifies, those terms signify the belief in the Christian faith. People do not attend church as 30 years ago. So where are they going? The population has increased from 30 years ago. So where are these people going? Who are the persons are most likely non-believing in this period or do not attend church? Where can we find them? Where are they? These are the questions the church needs to answer. We know the facts. Where are our objectives? I will share 3 objectives and then we'll create a strategy for each one. One of the objectives that we as a body need to understand and we need to try to attain or work to attain is the perpetuation of the gospel. Who are we going to entrust with the Holy Scriptures to teach others also? I think that was highlighted in 2 Timothy 2:2, where Paul was admonishing Timothy, teach the gospel, the faithful men who will in return teach others also. So we have, that is one of our objectives. We have to teach the faithful men, women, boy and girl who in return will teach others also. So they will have to learn how to teach and how to teach others to teach others also. You know, in the work we have trainers of trainers, where we train people to be trainers, and it's very applicable in the church. The other objective is sound doctrine, teaching of sound doctrine. We have the numbers, but we do not have sound doctrine. Remember when God, Jesus Christ, made that analogy, building your house on the sand and building your house on the rock, and when the storms of life comes, the house that was on the rock stood. That is similar. That is the same thing, to build on sound doctrine. So we're not removing music, we're not removing the emotionalism, we're not removing the dancing. What we are putting and elevating, superseding all of those, is sound doctrine. That is what is a focus. All the other things are frills. The other objective will be teach others to articulate the gospel with eloquence, scholarly eloquence. That's the third objective. We want others to eloquently speak about the Holy Scriptures, speak about Jehovah, speak about His Christ in a brighter and on a wider way, so that others who are quite intelligent and well learned will listen. All right. So those are the three objectives. We're going to look to teach persons to perpetuate the gospel, teach others who are able to teach others also. We want sound doctrine. We're going to elevate that. We're going to come above all the music, all the dancing, all those other things, the poetry and everything, and we're going to put sound doctrine, and everything else will come at the bottom. Then we are looking to teach persons to eloquently and scholarly express and articulate the gospel of Jehovah and His Christ. Those are the objectives. How are we going to measure those objectives? How will we know when we have achieved them? We could have to create a strategy. All right? The strategy is the church always needs money. And I know that money is a controversial topic because we have seen the abuse of money by the church. We have seen it, we have witnessed it. But we all know that money is in everything. According to the Holy Scriptures, money answereth all things. You need money. The church needs money. The church will need human resources. Who are the persons who will be taught to teach others also? Sound doctrine, to perpetuate the gospel, sound doctrine, and to eloquently articulate the Holy Scriptures. We will need human resources. We also need to have a time frame of having these things done, so that we know, we can measure, okay, we have achieved partially our objective, or we have achieved 2/3 of our objective. How we have to have a time frame, and that is included in our strategy. The things that we had done 30 years ago may not necessarily be applicable at this time. The Holy Scriptures will always be relevant. The methodology may necessarily not be so. So it is important, and it behoves us to become cognizant of what is required to be impactful with the gospel of Jesus Christ and the Holy Scriptures. Things are not the same as 30 years ago. It's a different time. 30 years ago, I would have gone when we had crusade. We will go out and do visitation just before the crusade to remind the persons. We rap at their doors and we give a pamphlet, and they was, oh yeah, it's when it started, it's Sunday, we can't come, working late or going out. It can still, and you have that interaction when they come, they're looking for you because you would have seen them. We don't have the time. It's more of a digital time. How can we have our visitation online? How could we have our checkups online? These are the things we have to pivot according to how the world is, right? In Bible times, God Jehovah God was very displeased with David in taking a census or in taking data. And that was because God do not look at numbers. God is God. And what he was telling David, listen, if I tell you I gave you the city, you got to believe me. All right? You go out with your men, you listen to my instructions, and it will be done. And it is still applicable today. But what we find the twist in is that, oh, the church mustn't collect no data. You just go and believe, and you're going to present the gospel anyhow. And because that was the notion, that was what was taught um, within this 30 years, that's why we have a great falling away. Others will say, oh, the Holy Scripture says that they will fall away and they will have itchy ears because they want to hear what they want to hear. Those scriptures were written, look how many centuries ago. So it's applicable then, and it's applicable now, and it's applicable in the future. It does not um, it does not give us the right not to properly plan and and address the issues of this time, and just to throw back and say, oh, people have itchy ears, there will be a falling away. That is not so. We need to strategize. Our methodology needs to be in um, in align with the times that we are in. It cannot be irrelevant. It has to be relevant to this time that we are in. We are in a different time. The Holy Scriptures will always be applicable, but the methodology will not be the same. We need to go where the people are. The people are not going to come. There is a digital time. We need to go there. We need to meet them there. We still have a mandate. Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel. We still have that mandate. Now, it is for us to go. And how are we going to go? That is the issue. That is it. How are we going to go? So, for the next few months, we are going to be looking at church and data. Church and data, where we know where the people are, what are our objectives, and the strategy in accomplishing these objectives, of measuring these objectives. So, until next time, thank you for watching and see you back again on Hadassah's Discernment. Thank you.